How's it going, everybody? It's the Shirtless Chef coming at you with How Will It Cook? So, let's roll the title. So, I'm going to start off with an apology. I kind of let this series fall by the wayside for me. This time we're doing rice-a-roni stir-fried rice. We're going to kind of revamp this series and kind of show how to bulk up some meals. How to bulk up some of these everyday things. So, we're going to start out with 2 cups of water. Bring that up on oh. We do not do that. We're going to take and put in 2 tablespoons of butter. I think I understand what we're doing here. Never done it this way. Give me 1 second. So, as we get further into the next few months, into the winter months, we're going to start doing some soups and some stews on the How to Cook series. Part of the reason why this series fell to the wayside was because I was kind of struggling with time to figure out what to cook. This stool does not need to be there. And this is a rice and pasta mix. So, part of this also involves the fact that I stream for a nonprofit. So, I decided I was going to do a special this month. With it being October and it's Halloween and everything else, I figured I'd play a horror game. That has taken up so much of my time, I haven't had a lot of time to do much in the way of cooking. Now, that will change after the end of this month. I'll have some more time. And turn the heat up a little bit. And with a whole bunch of family issues and everything else, it was just better if I didn't do some cooking episodes for a little bit, just until I got some things straightened out. So, I realize I'm facing away from the camera. We're just letting that start to brown. We're getting the butter cooked down. We will need a lid for this pot. So I'll go ahead and get that. This one, that's too big. That's too small. That's also too small. There's the lid. Now I didn't need the lid right this second. Okay. All this was supposed to do was toast. I'm going to pour the seasoning into this, and then let's hope I haven't completely ruined it. So this is going to be kind of a quick recipe. This will be uploaded as a Wednesday episode. I'm doing this on Friday, and that's why I'm stating that. It's been rather cold here the last couple of days. It's finally starting to feel like fall. This is pretty much unedited. Yes, I did accidentally burn part of it. So be it. If we were perfect, this wouldn't be an amateur video. This would be professionally made. I'm literally doing this on a phone camera. So that gives you all an idea of what we're dealing with. Now we're going to drop the heat. And let it cook for about 15 minutes. So what's new with you all? I mean, I'm sorry I haven't done an episode in a while, but you know, most of you already know, life gets in the way. I did a taste test video with Bro Mikey Studios a while back that I posted here. We're going to try and do another podcast this weekend that's taste testing some of the Halloween themed donuts and some Halloween related items. So that's what we're going to be up to this week. And the next week will be our last podcast of October. We misinterpreted how many Saturdays were in the month. So we fell a week short and we had to suddenly make something up on the fly this week. Last couple of weeks we did scary Halloween movies. We did childhood fears. One week we did our Pennywise and Mary Poppins the same creature? Are they the same species? We didn't get very far with that one, and we ended up turning it into a series on monster movies. This is really only going to take about 20 minutes or so. I just need to kind of open it up, stir it, make sure it's not burning like it started to begin with. And this is what happens when you cook live. If I'm being honest, too many people see cooking as a daunting task, and that's not really the way it's supposed to be. So our Halloween themed donuts are going to be, yes, I am sitting on the counter. Our Halloween themed donuts are going to be an interesting attempt for this week, but beyond that, we were just scrounging for things to do. I came up with the idea for the childhood fears because I've been playing Little Nightmares, but past that, it was really hard to come up with some good ideas for podcasts. And if you want to check us out, we are at The Bro Show on YouTube. We've done a little bit of everything. We actually started out doing taste tests. That was where we started. My goal with some of these episodes is showing you how to bulk up recipes. That's pretty much the goal of it. Unfortunately, I think I failed on some of this, but not all of it. Got about 9 minutes left that we're waiting on this. So, and yes, there's a stool I'm standing on. So my feet actually touch something. I don't know. Last few weeks have been really interesting for me. I've come to the shocking realization that I'm closer to my 30s than I am to my teenage years. I know, it's bizarre. But I came up with this series to help people understand cooking, but also understand CDH, a birth defect I survived, congenital diaphragmatic hernia. So I work for a nonprofit that helps with research grants, with funding for hospital bills, things like that, called CDH Stars and Angels. I got involved with the organization several years ago and have moved my way up to be on the board. Check this for a second. Start again just to make sure it's not burning like it did earlier. We'll salvage most of this. But it's something that people don't think about with CDH is we struggle with gaining weight. And you would think, oh, just eat more. Well, sometimes if we end up eating more, we end up making ourselves sick. And then it becomes counterproductive. I don't know how the acoustics of the room are. I'm sitting in a corner right now just because that's about where our stove is. But it's we got about 6 minutes left of our cooking before we can serve it up. I want to kind of show that you can bulk up meals. Things like this. And still be allergen conscious, allergen friendly. Some of my big things that I tend to add to bulk up are butter, which you saw me put in at the beginning. I'll put things like peanut butter in different things. I've tried to make a go at things and ended up failing miserably. Do I regret anything I've done? Not really. I feel like I've done everything to try and build myself up to get here. But I think it's honestly hard because people can't understand what you've gone through. They can look at you and say pretty words of how, oh, I completely understand where you're coming from, or I've been there. You haven't been there. Unless you've been through CDH, you haven't been there. And that's not downing anyone. That's not intended to be mean. That's just reality. You can't sit there and say, I've seen this, or I've seen similar, and try and superimpose your own understanding. And I didn't intend to get this raw and this real in this video. Looks like our rice is almost done. Kind of show you all what it looks like now. There we go. That's what our pasta and rice looks like now. Stir through it. You can tell we managed to salvage where some of it burned. Not too bad. I'm going to add a little more of something to bulk it up. Give me 1 second. We're going to kind of add some teriyaki sauce to this. We're just going to go ahead and pour the whole bottle in here. It's an old bottle of teriyaki. Stir that through. Because I'm just looking to see if I can bulk it up a little bit. It's almost done anyway, so. And this was a stir-fried rice originally. Or at least that's what it was intended to be. That's why I decided to stupidly stir and burn. I'm going to cut the heat off now because our timer is pretty much done. So I'm going to get a plate. I'm going to plate this out. So we're just going to kind of plate what's left. Now it's one I have to watch my weight, not like watch to make sure that I'm not gaining too much. That's actually pretty good for something kind of thrown together. But probably should have let that cool first. Note to self on next time. I honestly don't know where I'm going with the rest of this. For those that are trying to figure out where they are and if they've kind of hit a brick wall, don't worry too much. Try and move on as best you can. I've hit several brick walls with this disorder, and if I'm being honest, it's not easy. But that's the point. If it were easy, we wouldn't be seen as having survived so much. So, for the Shirtless Chef, this has been kind of an attempt at bulking up rice-a-roni, stir-fried rice. See you all next time. Bye.